Welcome back to another Thursday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host, A.K.A. And this week we have two questions. So the first is, I'm going to put it below. Has anyone heard of the Church of the Jedi Order, A.K.A. the Temple of the Jedi Order? Do you think this falls under the broad umbrella of paganism? And B, if you could go back to the day or event that started you on the path that you are on now, what, if any, would you change/do differently? Would you come out of the broom closet to a friend or family member sooner? Or would you choose to stay in the broom closet with certain people whom you told? Just some examples to get you thinking. So A is really quick, really short. Yes, I have heard of it. I've never actually met anybody in person who it belongs to it or believes in that. And whether it falls under the category of paganism or not depends once again on your definition. So if you're going with the definition that it's any religion that is non-Abrahamic, then yes. If you're going with the definition that paganism is a earth-based or something like that, then from my understanding, no. So again, that's just kind of a definitions thing. I would love to hear from somebody who actually is a member of this group and see what they think. So the second part, B, is a lot harder to answer. So the first part is talking about the day or event that started us on the path that we're on. And this is kind of assuming that we had an aha moment or a conversion moment or something like that. And for me, my path is what I was raised with, what my father taught me. And of course, as an adult and when I was a teen and whatnot, I grew and changed and am my own person and have deviated from what he taught me or believed, even though I think the core of it's probably stayed the same. But I never had like one time or one moment that made me choose a new path. So I can't speak to that one moment, but generally, let's see. Well, and then also broom closets talked about a little bit. Again, because of that, I haven't really had a broom closet so much. For me, my practice, I prefer the term practice to path, because path kind of like implies that there's a destination or there's a way. I know that there's lots of different ways to interpret the word, but I like practice better. Anyways, it's a big part of my identity in the same way that other things about me are part of my identity and that are very important. You know, I'm Welsh, or I am a female, and those are things that affect the way I see the world, but they aren't things that I'm super concerned about whether people know about me or not. If it's important for them to, if it comes up in a conversation, yeah. Or if they ask me directly, yes, I'll tell them, but usually I don't really tell people that unless there's a reason to. So I've never really felt like I've been in a broom closet. It's just sort of like, oh, yeah, this is part of who I am. I didn't know you didn't know, or yeah. But really, I think this question is asking about what would we do differently? And those things don't really apply to me, but thinking about what would I change in my life and what would I do differently is really hard, because I think that what makes me me, as I am right now, are all those choices that I made. And I made those choices based on the information that I had at the time. So I don't know if I'd really go back and make a different choice, because I really like who I am now. I wish that I could go back with all the knowledge that I have now and get all that extra time. That would be great. But would I really change that would change who I am, and I'm not sure I'd want to do that. So this is my last video for 2014. I'll be back with you guys in 2015. It's also my last video from this house. We are in the process of moving, which is why I don't have the camera out. That's been packed away already, so it's actually appropriate. I think my first video, I sat at this computer and did it through this terrible webcam, so I hope the video is okay for you guys. And a reminder, we're still holding the auditions. We've got some great audition videos, but we'd love to hear from you in particular if you're comfortable doing it. The link is below. And hope you guys have a wonderful Yule, New Year's, all of that. And subs next week, and then I'll see you guys next year. Take care.